Then I will see how I'll be able to assist you. Specifically, what we are using is Microsoft 2019. So if you don't have 2019, I will advise that you should try to have it, because what I am going to be using to teach you is Microsoft 2019, Office 2019. So if you have it, we will be on the same page. So there won't be issues. It will be easy to flow along with me because it is the same 2019. Now, when you install Microsoft Office, it comes with several applications. But out of all the applications, the three popular ones, most common ones are Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. We also have Microsoft Access, Publisher, OneNote, but those ones are not as common, popular like those three that I have mentioned. So all you need to do is to install Microsoft Office, and these three applications will be there: Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So for you to launch it, you can come to start. Just click start, and then you go to all apps. When you go to all apps, then you scroll to P, because PowerPoint begins with P. So when you scroll to P, you will see your PowerPoint. You can just click it. Another way to launch PowerPoint is to come to this search. To come to this search here, search, and just type PowerPoint. Just type PowerPoint. It will appear once it has been installed on your laptop. Once you type PowerPoint, it will appear. I will advise us to, once it appears, right click, and then select pin to taskbar. Select pin to taskbar, so that your PowerPoint will be at the bottom of your desktop. It will be at the bottom. So anytime you want to open your PowerPoint, you don't have to come and be typing, or you don't have to come to start. So you have already pinned it to your taskbar. Like mine, I've already pinned it to my taskbar. So all I need to do is to just click on it. So those are the various ways which you can launch PowerPoint. So it's either you come to start, or in this search, just type PowerPoint, or you can even pin it to your taskbar, so that anytime you want to launch it, you don't have to stress yourself. Just come to your taskbar here, and then you click your PowerPoint. So those of us that have Office, you have your PowerPoint. I want you to follow through. I want you to follow through, so that we can, be on the same page. So once you launch, this is what you are going to see. You will see blank presentation, and then you will see themes. There are already prepared themes that you can use depending on what you want to do. And then if you look at below it, you see some works that I have done. So all the works that you have done, once you come below it, you will see the work that you have done. But if you have not created any presentation, nothing will appear here. So, but if you have created some presentations, they will appear under this place. So also you can also go through this open here and then new as well. But what we are interested in is to open a blank presentation because we want to start from fresh. So once you want to start to prepare your slides from fresh, you want to start afresh, then you have to click blank presentation. So click blank presentation. So when you click blank presentation, this is what you are going to see. Now, what you are seeing now is the interface, the PowerPoint interface. Each time you open a blank presentation, this is what you are going to see. This is what you are going to see. So what I want to do today is to just explain these Windows features, this Microsoft interface, to explain it to you. Now, the first feature is what we call the title bar. If you look at this presentation 1, PowerPoint, this is what we call the title bar. It is showing presentation 1 because we have not saved this work, this file, this presentation. We have not saved it. Now, at the moment you open it again, the name that you used to save it, that is the name that will appear here. So, but this one is showing presentation 1 because we have not saved, this work. So the title bar displays the name, of the file, the name of the presentation. After you have saved it, you will see the name in the title bar. So this is what we call title bar. Now, another one is what we call the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar. These tools, there are some tools. You can call them tools. You can call them commands. They are called as quick access toolbar. By default, they are usually 3 tools in this quick access toolbar by default. If you have not customized it, you will see 3 commands in the quick access toolbar. You will see your save command. You will see undo and redo. So it is called the quick access toolbar. Now, quick access toolbar contains those tools or commands that you use often regularly. So if there is any command that you use often, you can, you can add it in your quick access toolbar. Like I've been able to add one command to my own quick access toolbar. So I will show you how you can customize, edit this quick access toolbar. So the first thing that I want to show you, if you look at the if you look at the end of your quick access toolbar, you will see a kind of a button. So if you click it, now you will see that there are 4 commands that are ticked. So these are the tools that I have in my quick access toolbar. I have save, I have undo, I have redo, and I have start from beginning as well. Now, let us assume that I want to add a particular tool to this my quick access to bar. How will I be able to do it? Let's say you want to add open. Open is already here. So what you need to do is to just click it. So just click open. Now you will see your open command here. What it means is anytime you want to open a new presentation, instead of it to come to file, the normal way to open a new presentation is to come to file. You come to file and then you will see new. You come to file and click new. Then a new presentation will open. Another way is to use your shortcut Control N. So if you want to open a new blank presentation, all you need to do is to click Control N. Control N will open a new presentation. So, but if I don't want to go through file, I can just add the new command in my quick access toolbar, just as I have done. I can just add new. So instead of me to come to file here, I will just click this new, and a new blank presentation will open. So that is how we can make use of this quick access toolbar. So those tools, commands that you use frequently, you can just come and add them in your quick access toolbar so that it will be easy for you to make use of them. So I don't want a new, I don't want open. So I am okay with what I want. Now, let us assume that you want to add a particular command, but it is not here. Let's say you want to add, let me look for one command that is not here. Let's say we want to add, which the command now should we look for? Let's say we want to add layouts. We want to add a layout. So any command you want to add that is not here, just click more commands. So when you click more, you will see other commands that you can add to your quick access toolbar. Now let's assume that what you are looking for is not here. Just come to this top here and select all commands. All commands. So now you have all your commands. Anyone you want to add. Let's assume that we want to add I think I saw we want to add okay, I said layout, and they are arranged alphabetically. So that it will be easy for you to locate what you are looking for. So they are arranged alphabetically, your command. So anyone you are looking for, I said that I want to add layouts to my quick access toolbar. So just come and look for layouts. Look at it here. Click on it and then select add. So click on it, select add, and then you come there and click OK. You come and click OK. Now, let's look at our quick access toolbar. You will see that this layout command has been added. So if you go to layouts, you can just come to this your quick access toolbar. So that is how to add any tool, any command that you use frequently. You can just come and add it to your quick access toolbar. Now, this layout, I don't want it on my own, so I want to remove it. So I will just come to this more command here, click on it, and then I will click remove. I have been able to remove it. I've been able to remove it from my quick access to bar. Then I click OK. So you can see that layout command is no longer there. So that is how you can customize your quick access toolbar. You can add any tool that you use frequently. Just come and click more commands, and then you add it to your quick access toolbar. Another thing that we can do is that this quick access toolbar is on top of the ribbon. The quick access toolbar is on top of the ribbon. We can bring it below the ribbon. We can bring this quick access toolbar below our ribbon. How do you do that? Just click this option here, and then select show below the ribbon. Select it. Now, if you select it, you will see that our quick access toolbar is no longer above on top of the ribbon, is now below the ribbon. So anywhere you want it to be. If you want it to be above the ribbon, you can just come and click above, show above the ribbon. It will now go on top. So, but if you want it to be below, just click these options and then below. So whichever where you want it to be, above, below, you can do that. Now, the next thing that I want to, talk about is what we call ribbon. I just mentioned above the ribbon, below the ribbon. From this, our ribbon, the ribbon, sorry, what have I gone to? No, it's presentation 1 that we are working on. Sorry about that. Okay, yes. The ribbon from this part, this part and this part make up the ribbon. That is our ribbon. This tab and these groups make up our ribbon. Now, if you want to be sure, when you come here and you click below, you will see that below the ribbon is after these tabs and these groups. So these two parts, tabs and groups, make up our ribbon. So you can see that putting it below the ribbon, comes below these two. So let us put it above. Now, our ribbon is made up of tabs. We have tabs. We have the home tab. We have the insert tab. We have the draw tab. We have the design tab. We have the transitions tab. We have the animations tab. We have the slideshow tab. We have the record tab. We have the review tab. We have the view tab. We have the help tab. So these are the tabs that we have. Now, we also have this file. We also have this file tab, a very special, tab. If you want to print, if you want to save, and if you want to export and do some other things which we are going to see, we have to use this file tab. If you want to print, you come to file. From your file, you can save, you can print, you can export, you can share, and you can do some other things which we are going to look at as we progress in this course. Now, there's what we call info. We are going to make use of info quite a lot as we proceed. So all these are things that we can do under file. We come to that later. Now, each tab is divided into groups. Both the tab and the group make up the ribbon. both the tabs and the groups make up the ribbon. So each tab is divided into groups. Now, if you look at the Home tab, you will see that it is divided into various groups. How do you know the various groups? You will see a thin vertical line. You will see a thin, you will see a thin, you will see a thin vertical line. You will see a thin vertical line, separating the groups. For example, in our home tab, we have the clipboard group, we have the slice group, we have the font group, we have the paragraph group, we have the drawing group, editing group, and so on and so forth. Now, if you click the Insert tab, if you click the Insert tab, you will see the groups that we have. We have the slice group, tables group, images group, illustrations group, links group, comments group, text group. So you can see that each tab is divided into groups. Each tab is divided into groups. Now, each group is made up of what we call commands. Command, like in our insert group, under the illustrations group, we have the shapes command, icons command, 3D models command, smart art and chart command. So each tab is divided into groups. Now, each group contains what we call commands or tools. Each group contains what we call commands or tools. So that is our ribbon. Once again, ribbon contains tabs and groups. Tabs. Then each tab is divided into groups. Now, under each group, we have all these icons, tools that you can see. They are called commands. So that is our, our ribbon. I've already explained this file tab. I've explained the file tab, and then I've explained the other ones. Now, we can also customize these tabs. These are not the only things that we can include. There are other functionalities, which we can include. So customize the ribbon anywhere. To customize the ribbon, click right click on anywhere and then click customize ribbon. Customize ribbon. Now, look at the tabs, the various functionalities that we have. Now, there's what we call developer. This one is for, to carry out advanced functionalities, which we don't really need at this level. That is why it does not come by default. Developer does not come by default. But if your work, if you are doing advanced work that you need this developer tab, you can just come here and click on it. Click on it and then click OK. Click on it and click OK. Now, let us look at the tab. You can see that developer is now there. Developer is now there. So, like I said, developer is for advanced functionalities, which for this class we don't really need. So there is no need to have a developer. Now, I want to remove it because even me, I don't even make use of it. So I will just customize the ribbon, and then all I need to do is to uncheck it. Now, let's say this draw, you don't want draw. Anyone that you don't want, just uncheck. But I will not advise you to uncheck these basic ones. Insert, draw, design, transitions, animations, slideshow, record. These are the basic ones that we need. So just leave it the way it came by default. I mean your tab, the way it is. So just leave it like that. But I just want you to know that we can still customize it, and then remove anyone that we don't want, and even add one or two that we need. Now, let us make progress now. So I want you to look at this parts. This is what we call thumbnail slide. This is our thumbnail. Is a slide that displays a snapshot of each slide. By the time you start to add to create new slides, add your slides, you will see a snapshot of all your slides at your left side. It is called thumbnail. So this where it gives you just a snapshot of each of your slides. Now, let us look at, this is the main slide. This is the main slide. Now, this click to add title is called our title placeholder. This line where you can, click to add text, it is called placeholder. It is called placeholder. So this one now is our title placeholder. This one, why the one below it is called the subtitle holder. It's called the subtitle placeholder. Then everything here is called our work area. This is where, we do the work, we insert our text, we insert chat. So everything here is called the work area. It's called, the work area. It's called the work area. Then I want to show you something below it, below our slide. There's what we call status bar. Status bar. Status bar, displays information about the slide presentation, such as the numbers. Like if you look at the status bar of this current, slide, it is showing slide 1 of 1 because it is only one slide that we have. But if you insert a new slide, we now have 2 slides. Now, if you now come to the status bar, you will see that it has changed to slide 2 of 2. So, but if I click on the first slide, it will show me slide 1 of 2. So these parts that, shows or tells us, that gives us information about the slide presentation, is what we call our status bar. Then towards the right, we have what we call view options. View options, and they are 4. They are 4 view options. They are 4 view options. 4. The first one is normal view. These are shortcuts. If you go to the view tab, everything that we have here, these 4 view options, they are shortcuts. So if you go to the view tab, you will see normal view from the view tab. So, but these view options here gives us the shortcut. So the first one is the normal view. Second one is a slide sorter view. The third one is the reading view, and the fourth one is slideshow. This is a shortcut. When you finish your work, instead of coming to slideshow tab, and now click from beginning, you can just go through the shortcut and just click slideshow, and then you will begin to your slides will begin to display one by one. So they are basically, short, cut to some of the things that you can also find under, tabs. So these 4 tools together, they are called the view option. The view option. So these are basically, the Microsoft PowerPoint interface, which I have already explained. So I've been able to explain everything here. Once you open a new blank presentation. So this is how it will be, and I've taken time to explain, everything. So before we end this class, and before we end this class, briefly, I just want to show you, how we can save. Already, I've shown you how to um how to launch your PowerPoint. You click it and then you click blank presentation. You can now start to do what you want to do. You can now start to insert text, insert tables, insert pictures, and insert other things, that you want to do. Now, how do we save our presentation? How do we save our presentation? As a matter of fact, when you open a new presentation, before you even begin to work on it, before you begin to create and to work on your slides, you begin to add slides and begin to insert text tables and the rest. The first thing to do is to save it. That is the first thing. Very, very important, because anything can happen when you are working. Anything can happen. Anything can go wrong. So if you have not saved your work, you will lose everything that you have done. So if you don't want to find yourself in that kind of a situation, before you start to go far, you save your presentation. So how do you save it? Come to file. You come to when you are saving for the first time. When you are saving for the first time, come to file, then select save as. If you are saving for the first time, come to file, then save as, and then select browse. When you select browse, you cannot choose where you want to save it. Location. The first thing is location. Where do you want to save it? Is it under documents? Towards your left, you will see the various locations. Do you want to save it under desktop, or you want to save it under downloads, or you want to save it under documents? Where do you want to save presentation? So normally between desktop and documents. Normally between desktop and documents, you save your presentation. So you can choose desktop, you can choose document. So let's choose document. And then the name. What is the name that you want to use to save the work? You can just use, let's use, let's say PowerPoint class, or PowerPoint first class. PowerPoint first class. And then you click save. Now, we have formats. There are various formats with which we can use to save our presentation. Do you know that you can save your PowerPoint, as PDF? Yes, you can save it as PDF. So all you need to do is to come to this place and select PDF, or you select any format that you want to use. But if you want to use PowerPoint presentation, so just leave it the way it is and click save and click save. So we have saved our work. Now, if you look at it, look at what I mentioned earlier. You can see that this place now is now showing PowerPoint first class. PowerPoint first class. So that is how to save, your PowerPoint, your PowerPoint presentation. Come to file, come to save as, browse, and then you select the location, document, or desktop, anywhere you want to save it. Then you type the name and then you click save. So that is how we can save our PowerPoint presentation. So this is where we are going to stop for today. We stop here by the grace of God. Next week, this is the first class. It's just introduction, just explaining your PowerPoint interface. So from next week, we will begin to go deep into details. So next week we are going to look at managing presentations by the grace of God. But for now, let me stop sharing. So for now, we have come to the end of our first class. So remember what I said, that at the end of this class, go to the Google Classroom, and then you click on the Google form and register your attendance for this class. You have to do it before 11 a.m. Register your attendance for this class. Later, the recording of this class, the link will also be shared, on the Google Classroom, and also subsequent classes. We will always share the recordings on the Google Classroom, so that anything that you don't understand, you can watch the recordings later, and then we will be able to get more understanding. So thank you very much. By the grace of God, we see you next week, Monday. Bye.